The diagram below shows how the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system can regulate our heartbeat in anxiety-evoking situations. On the right side, we have the sympathetic pathway, and this pathway is responsible for our anxiety and adrenaline rush. In the heart, it's responsible for accelerating the heartbeat. The parasympathetic is responsible for our relaxed and calm states. This pathway is responsible for slowing our heartbeat. So, how does it slow the heartbeat? We have these pathways, these neurons, that help send these messages to the heart to either slow down or speed up, right? So you can think of these pathways, these neurons, kind of as roads, and then the neurotransmitters kind of as the cars filled with people that have these messages that are telling the heart to speed up or slow down, right? So in the sympathetic pathway, the neurotransmitter is always going to be norepinephrine, whereas the parasympathetic pathway, the neurotransmitter is always going to be acetylcholine. It's also important to note that in these pathways, you can always identify the preganglionic neuron and the postganglionic neuron by identifying the ganglia or the ganglion. The preganglionic neuron is always going to stem from the CNS, where the postganglionic neuron is always going to connect to the effector. It's important to note that these pathways in anxiety would be considered efferent pathways because they would be in response to stimuli that would either calm you or get you really anxious, right? So if you were to see something, that pathway, that the site from the stimuli to the back of your brain would be the afferent pathway, and in response, let's say you got anxiety by seeing a mouse, this pathway would then be the efferent pathway. It'd be how the stimuli affects you, how your body responds to the stimuli. So let's say you freak out, right? And you don't know what to do, and you're in a sympathetic mode. You want to initiate your parasympathetic, and you can do so by meditating. I've drawn a closer and bigger image of what this pathway looks like and how it works, so you can see where exactly the acetylcholine is being sent in this pathway. You can see the cell body, the axon terminal, the myelin sheath, and the ganglion and the acetylcholine. So overall, when you're panicking and you're freaking out, it's always important to remember that you have a parasympathetic to help you and save you. And you can always initiate it by meditating or even thinking about it.